Let's talk about this. It's a red pill that you are not gonna like. It's gonna be hard to swallow, but because I care about you and I want you to be successful, I'm gonna give it to you straight. Y'all want to be lean, mean, muscle building machines, okay? I get it. Bigger booties, get that strong curve look. Love that for you. I'm right there with you. Here's the thing. You cannot be in a caloric deficit and expect to build muscle. Our bodies are too smart and too efficient for that. When you say that you want to tone up, what you mean, and some of you don't know this yet, but what you actually mean is you want to build muscle. In our universe, muscle takes up less space than fat. It does not weigh more than fat. That is a lie that you've heard rinsed and repeated through the fitness and dieting industry for years. A pound of feathers is still a pound, even if it takes up more space than a pound of bricks. Your muscle is the brick and your fat is the feathers. If you're measuring volume, muscle takes up much less space than body fat, which is why the scale weight may not change a whole heck of a lot when you are building muscle and losing body fat. Now that that's cleared up, you cannot do both at the same time. In order to build muscle, you must be in a modest caloric surplus. What that means in layman's terms is that you have to have an excess of energy for your body to then use and divert into creating and healing muscle tissue from your workouts. When you do not have training and workouts to cause the type of stimulus that we need to recover from with the excess of calories, then excess calories simply becomes overindulgence and your body stores it as body fat because it is excess energy. There's no place for that fuel to go, so it goes into storage. Just like when you don't have enough room for certain shoes and clothes in your closet, you put it in another place for storage for later use. Your body's doing the same thing with the calories that you're eating. If it doesn't have a use for it, it's gonna store it on the hips, on the tummy, on the thighs, the places that you don't like for later use. If you need 2,000 calories a day to maintain what you're currently doing and looking like, and you're eating 2,300 calories a day, two things can happen with that extra 300 calories. It can either be stored as excess body fat for later use because it's extra energy, or used to build muscle, used to build a better booty, or whatever it is that you are trying to grow. So you can't do them both at the same time in the sense of, instead of eating 2,300 calories, I'm gonna eat 1,800. So now I'm in a caloric deficit and expect my booty to grow. You're in a caloric deficit. Your body is now taking body fat off of you to fill in the gap of those 200 calories of deficit that you've created in order to survive at baseline. That's two sides to the calorie coin, is deficit and surplus. You can't do both at the same time. One facilitates muscle growth and or body fat gain, okay? Either way, it's gain, it's growth, or loss, okay? Where it is losing body fat. You will get leaner if you are eating in a caloric deficit. That's the whole point. That's how we lose body fat, is in a caloric deficit. But you cannot also build muscle in a caloric deficit unless you are a very small percentage of the population who is brand spanking new to training. I'm talking about optimized results here, all right? Optimized results. Yes, if you're brand spanking new to training and you've got a lot of body fat to lose, there will be a little bit of the both happening for you. That's the beauty and the privilege of being brand spanking new. If you are not in that category, then the road is a little bit more cut and dry, and you have to make a choice. You have to learn to prioritize what your goal is. Do you want washboard abs right now? Or do you want to build the muscle on your glutes, on your shoulders, on your back, get stronger, look leaner in the process, but maybe not lose as much body fat straight away. Like I said, muscle takes up less space than fat. So there is a little bit of a recomposition period where you do not need to be doing what's known as a dirty bulk in the bodybuilding industry, eating a bunch of excess calories and overabundance of all the food that doesn't necessarily go towards supporting your ultimate optimized goal. I don't want you to pack on the pounds just for the sake of building muscle. That's not how this works. We don't need to gain a bunch of body fat in order to also gain muscle. You need to marry the caloric surplus, a modest caloric surplus, with the proper training stimulus in order for your body to recover and repair from it. Because what your body's doing from training is it's going into survival mode. Thank God our bodies are made to operate this way, where it's going to say, okay, that workout almost killed me. I'm going to survive and take this excess caloric surplus that so-and-so is giving me and her diet and put it straight into building that muscle tissue up stronger, and in some cases bigger than it was beforehand, so that it can handle the next time I have to go through that. The next time she puts me through that life or death situation. Because our bodies, our nervous systems interpret workouts as traumatizing. It is a life or death situation. So we need to nurture, repair, and recover from that trauma wisely and in tune with ourselves, giving our bodies the fuel it needs in appropriate abundance so that the aligned actions that we're taking in the gym actually produce optimized results. I hope that that empowers you to eat a little bit more of the right things, prioritize your protein. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and click that like button because it really helps my channel out so that I can grow and meet more women just like you looking for this type of information.